levels. They need to stay with us, to have time with us. The person that you don't stay with, you cannot know his or her behavior.
I'm still trusting God for you. So
I look at my tendencies and I say, no, this is not me, because of the value I have placed on myself. I know that
talk to them.
these things
Just transfer that aggression. Get away from here. Don't talk to me.
We transfer our aggression. When they want to talk to us, when they want to talk to us, something is bothering them in their mind. Mommy, please, can I talk to you? Mommy, please, can I? Hi, welcome to Hangout with Mercy show, where we have real conversations about teenagers, parents, and real family. Today we are going to be talking about a topic that being expressive. This is the experience that happens in most homes, but we don't talk about it. Mercy Roland, your host. On the show today, I have with me a public speaker, a strong youth advocate, a father, a caring husband, and someone who have been working closely with the young generation. Here with me on the show, I have Mr. Adene.
Thank you so much for having me. When you were doing all the introduction, my head just say, now only me get all these accolades. It's actually a privilege to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome on the show today, Mr. Adene.
Thank you.
Today's topic is about teenagers, and it's about how they have been expressive. Some parents say that they are disrespectful. They are not acting or behaving the way they were when they were teenagers. So, sir, I'd like you to please, what's your view on today's topic, sir? Are they disrespectful, as most of us commonly see them, or are they being expressive? Please, can we hear your view today, sir?
Okay, thank you so much. The thing is, we have to look at it from one generation to the other. Coming from, let me say, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, we have a generation that we have people that you do not talk back to your parents or talk back to elderly people, because even when they are at fault, you have to take it in, whatever it is that they have done to you, and you still be the one to apologize.
Exactly.
Then we have a shift. We have the Gen Z, that even is, we are moving from that phase that we believe that an elderly person cannot offend a younger person, or an elderly person do not have to apologize to a younger person, even when that elderly person is wrong. So it's just that the society is getting better in that line. However, that doesn't mean that we now have a generation that should be very, very disrespectful. So I think for me, it's just that we have a balance now compared to what is obtainable in the past. It shouldn't be that, once you're an elderly person, it should be a gateway to do something that is not right to a younger person and go away with it, and a younger person will still have to apologize to you. So I'll just say it has been a shift from what it used to be to the reality that is surrounding us right now.
All right. So it has been a shift. So now, as an elderly person, when you do something wrong to the younger generation, you need to own up.
Yes.
Oh, I get it now.
You have to own up.
So it's not as if they are
holding you accountable for what you have done. Back in the days, like I said earlier, there's this Yoruba adage, or let me say a saying, it might not actually be an adage. That is, once you're an elderly person, you can use it to cheat.
You go scot-free.
Yes, cheat a younger person, which it shouldn't be. So we have a generation now that is holding elderly people accountable for everything that they are doing. So that's just it. The shift from Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, and of course we have people that I can't just wait for what Gen Alpha will do to us.
Okay, so basically it's a balance, and they have just been expressive.
Yes.
All right. So holding the older generations accountable for whatever wrong that they might have done, or whatever wrong they are doing to them.
Yes.
All right. I think that's very clear, and that takes us to the next question. I want to ask Mr. Adene, what does respect mean to you, especially in today's context? Do you think the definition of respect has changed now that the Gen X, right, and the Gen Z, does that change the definition of respect? So now, what does respect now means to you? Is it still the same thing that it used to be, or does that mean that in those days, respect, we are just maybe like as Africans, we compromise a lot, or we probably leverage most of our resolutions on cultural basis. So now in today's world, ask you, does respect still mean the same thing? However,
yes, respect means the same thing. Okay, let's just start with this. What is even respect that we're talking about? So respect is holding something or someone in high regard, placing importance on something, something that you care so much about, giving honor to something that is or someone, that is respect. Now, if we are going to bring it down to culture, now respect in Southwest Nigeria can be you seeing an elderly person and prostrating to an elderly person. We still do that.
Yes.
Now, even Gen Z or not,
Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Y,
regardless of the gen, we still do that.
Yes.
Now, in some other part of the country, it might be handshake. It doesn't, respect from one culture to another may varies. But for me, I'm a Yoruba boy.
Yes.
I'm from Southwest Nigeria.
Yes, I'm a Yoruba boy.
Yes. So respect over the years has been the same thing.
Okay.
It doesn't change. And it didn't change. And as a matter of fact, we, regardless of how outspoken that we are in this generation, there's still that room for respect. Even when you're going to tell an elderly person that, okay, sir or ma, you did wrong, there's a way you put it.
That means you will respectfully, you still have to respectfully package that your information so that it will not sound like you are disrespecting an elderly person.
Because there's a way you, like I said, I like to actually do a lot of code mixing and code switching, so you permit me. So there's a Yoruba adage to say balance that says that Belelako Olabo, which simply means that there's a way you can present a topic or a situation to an elderly person that can sound disrespectful,
that can trigger,
that can even trigger them. But there are ways that you can actually place let me say table it before them, and they will not be triggered or be annoyed, and they will be able to reason with you even when you're being expressing your dissatisfaction,
your dissatisfaction. Yes.
So that is just it. But for me, respect has been constant over the years, and we have a society that one way or the other we make sure that
we are not losing our respect.
Because that respect is actually moves side by side with our culture. When they say that, oh, you are a Yoruba person,
exactly,
probably because of the way you are showing respect to a person.
Yes.
So you can easily tell. So we are trying as much as possible to make sure that respect is caused, that we are holding the older generation accountable. However, there's no room for disrespect.
There's no room for disrespect.
Yes.
Okay, so that means that tone is very important.
Yes.
Okay, so the tone at which you express how you feel about being dissatisfied,
Yes.
you need to be conscious of your tone,
Yeah.
so that you won't be held responsible for what you are not supposed to be
Exactly.
responsible for.
Exactly.
And it will not shift on your table.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you are trying to shift it on the other
Yes.
table. So tone is very, very important. All right, so I like to also want to ask about this generational shifts. What are some key differences that you have observed on how you were raised? Yes, and how things are growing up now. Do you think parenting styles has contributed to these shifts? How you were raised and how the teenagers of today are behaving?
Yeah.
Do you think there's shifts in the parenting style?
Yeah.
Has something changed?
Yeah, I can say that a lot has changed. You know, in sociology, one of the factors that we consider for topics like this is culture, peer pressure, sorry, not peer pressure, the education style back in the day, one way or the other has been, you know, it's so different now. The gap, the difference is huge. Take for example, back or our words do not have the kind of information that they can get now. They have access to a lot
of information
compared to a few years ago,
when we were growing up, when we were teenagers.
Exactly. So those are part of that's education now, that which happens to be a contributory factor to the style, the lifestyle that our words or our young ones are living now. Now, another thing is, when we talk about, you know, when we were growing up, our parents, when they want to deal with you, the way they are going to flog you, or the kind of punishment that you are going to, they will ask you to do. But then we have this style of parenting now that will be like, oh, I'm not going to do this, or you are not going to have access to your iPad, you are not going to do,
they deny them of some certain
some privileges.
Yes.
The style of parenting has actually changed over the years, which is actually a contributory factor or contributing factor to it too. So there's a way that, okay, you can actually limit the kind of access that your kids or your words have to some certain people or to some certain area back in
or to some certain information.
Yes, or certain information, because, you know, many years ago, you know, we actually believe that it takes a whole village or a society to raise a child.
Yes.
But now, if you try to raise another person's child, you might be met with a lawsuit,
exactly,
or find yourself in prison because they will you'll be charged with maybe
even a teenager of today will question you.
Yes, maybe you'll be facing assault or anything. So these days we have the parenting style that maybe me and my family. I don't want anybody to talk to my child. I don't want anybody to beat my child. I don't want you get. But back in the day, even if you are wrong, you see the parent, me know that make sure you beat him or beat her
very well,
so that the person can learn. But you one way or the other, it has been able to actually give our words today, our kids today, our younger ones, that kind of confidence, the morale to challenge you, to talk to you. You know, some of us back in the day, even if we are going to express our dissatisfaction,
you won't even dare
look them in the eye.
You won't even dare.
So, but then you have generations that will look you in the eye and tell you, sir, ma, you are not us that has been able to contribute to the shift that we are experiencing today.
So basically, the parenting style has really changed, and that has also affected our teenagers in how they are able to express themselves, knowing fully that if I say this and my parents knows about it, they are not going to actually do anything. So however the case may be, we should also look into parenting and encourage our parents out there to be careful of some certain decisions that they take. That I can only respect my parents, and every other parent out there Of course, I think they are just doing their job and they are getting paid maybe for their teachers and all of that. Because back in the days, it was not like that. When we see anybody older than us outside, we kneel down. Any elderly, any grandma is our grandma, any mother is our mother. That's how it is. So, however the case may be, either Gen X, Gen Z, or we should embrace that part of parenting that allows the younger ones to actually make the environment more safe even for themselves.
Yes, true.
All right. Yes, that's very clear. Please, this takes us to voice versus the disrespect. Yes, as part of encouraging opening up, as part of encouraging generations of today to actually be expressive. Yeah, I like to know, many teenagers of today are more expressive and outspoken. Yes, agreed. At what point does expression becomes disrespect? At what point does that expression, they are being expressive, at what point does it start sounding disrespectful? Yes.
Thank you. That's a very good question, because that we'll have to let me come in from this angle. There's something we call emotional intelligence, and that is one thing that we need to start teaching, because when you build emotional intelligence, they know that they do not necessarily need to hurt the feelings of another person or insult another person
in trying to make a point,
to prove a point.
Wow.
To prove a point. So, and that's one of the things that is lacking
in the society of today.
In the society today,
I agree with you.
You just see any little thing, something that you can just maybe walk away and address later, or just take a pause and just not say anything.
So just escalate it.
Yes, but before you know it, something as little as anything has turned into a full-blown Nollywood of chaos. So I will encourage our parents today to make sure that as you're training your kids, at least be training them being emotional intelligence. When you see a trait or you see a situation, you see them do a particular thing, call their attention to it. You could have actually done this
way rather than this way.
Do it. This is how to talk to an elderly person. This is how to, when you don't treat your brother like that. Not only your brother, you do not treat anybody like this. Not that you keep quiet and they will now go outside to go and misbehave or
exactly.
So we need to actually, parents, that's just emotional intelligence is very, very important in raising a child, because sometimes even when they are not with you anymore, when they are in school, in the university, or when they are working, you can be rest assured that irrespective of the tough situation that they find themselves, they will be able to manage it or handle it.
I guess.
Now, if you don't have or kids or teenagers or younger ones who are emotionally sound, it can lead to depression, it can lead to suicide, it can lead to joining gang that can actually introduce them to substance that can even destroy them.